ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Hope you have pinned the timer.
I believe Zoom Master is doing that.
You can see the timer?
Yes, I do see.
Okay. Contestant number 3. Toastmaster Suresh Ghatge. His title, Sandwich Generation. His title, Sandwich Generation. Toastmaster Suresh Ghatge, contestant number 3.
I always see him active and busy, taking no days off, no holidays from his business. He is the youngest and most enthusiastic mind I have ever seen in whole of my life. Whom I am talking about? It's my dad, who is 83 years young. Contest share Toastmasters and guests. Salam alaikum, salamat, bonjour, good afternoon and namaste. Each one of us have different ways and own ways of salutation, isn't it? Where do we learn it from? From some universities? No. Mostly we inherit it from our family as our core values. Today I am here to share with you all how these family values gets penetrated from generation to generation to generations. And for this I will take you all back in 2019, wherein my ever busy dad accepted to join us for a small leisure trip. We visited couple of heritage places in India, including world's biggest film city called Ramoji Film City. When we talk about film city, let me tell you one fun fact. The impact of film city in India is such that it is an integral part of Indian society, and students are okay to leave their exams, job seekers are okay to skip their interviews, and people are okay to get COVID infected in quest of taking first seat, first row of first day of their favorite movie. I wonder if no one gets nostalgic looking into that gigantic film city. My parents were not exception to this. They enjoyed that melodious memories looking into the life-size sets and costumes of the movies and epics which they used to love. But my kids were feeling it very bored. They slipped away from us and they explored the cinema with technology, illusion and animation part of cinema making. One side we have over enthusiastic kids, other side we have charming but aging parents. Huge gap of generations, huge generation gap, isn't it? Me and my wife were trying to connect these parental roots to the budding flower like kids, but they both were stretching us in different directions. And we were typically in a situation called sandwich generation crisis, as famously said in Western culture of recent years. We managed to finish that vacation and come back. Unfortunately, on the same night, the terrifying rainfall made our small hometown into an island with no escape roads. We were disconnected from whole world for long 9 days, with no electricity, no fresh water, no food supplies, no dairy supplies. We got stranded. We were using one candle in big house. We were cooking limited food. We were sharing a cup of tea. But eventually I realized we are sharing this and sipping the love and affection bond of relation with our elderly parents. But under the same roof, our kids were feeling like they are thrown out and teleported from that beautiful film city to centuries back, and they were not able to imagine how can they live without the basic things of necessity. Was it food? No, for them it was TV, internet and mobiles. We, me and my wife, were trying to connect these two things under same roof with our elderly parents' roots to our budding kids. But again, we fall prey as a sandwich generation crisis. Eventually, the things got better and we flew back to the kingdom. And you all know what happened in last 3 years. The worst pandemic, everything was stuck. Only last month we got opportunity to go back to India. This time I have very big plans, but something else was destined for us. This time my dad was down on the bed with health issues. Over enthusiastic dad was stuck to a bed and wheelchair as if his whole life has come to the pause. This time he was really looking 83-year-old. I spent most of my time with him, around him, but our kids were getting bored and annoying staying at home. One afternoon I have to go out. I called my son, "So Smith, please join me." He preferred to stay home, ignoring my request. But on returning back, I was amazed to see that he is with my dad, taking some business lessons from him and cherishing some old memories. With sparkle in our eyes, we were witnessing that beautiful view of our parental roots connecting to the budding flowers of our next generation. We saw that scene and we didn't feel that anymore we are sandwich in the sandwich crisis, but we feel like we are amalgamated as a beautiful salad of 3 generations collecting the roots of the family values. Toastmasters, remember, our kids learn what we do than what we teach them. Mas salama and namaskar. Back to the contest chair.
Please observe 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their ballot.